Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's wonderful, wonderful to be here after dragging myself out of a very nice, cozy, warm bed this morning, having my shower and organising everything here. I put my I put my coffee machine on and made my little bit of coffee and decaf, of course. And unfortunately, that went and flicked off the main circuit breaker switch because I do have a slightly dudded machine at the moment. It's not quite right. It does flick the switch every so often, so blackout, had to go out there and flick the circuit breaker back on again to complete making the coffee. So again, another little delay because that turned off the computer and I had to reboot again. All those things. Isn't it amazing what level of different events will aggravate and delay and do all sorts of things out of our control? But it's wonderful to be here. We are here for the daily Lenormand card spread reading, and I'm Boundy, psychic medium, bringing it to you. Welcome aboard if you're watching replay or in real life. And hi, Flick and Henry over on Instagram and wherever else you're watching from. Let's get to the point of the whole session, and that is the cards, the energies that the spirit realm will connect us with as we slip over there and receive the messages that they're trying to show us. They are showing us. We're the ones needing to interpret as we see that for ourselves. Okay, here we go. So, that's one thing I forgot to do was that zooming. Certainly do connect in with your spirit guides as we're doing this. Right. Which you can't see very well in the camera view there. It is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck again. It's bright sunshine, as you can see outside. And what we've got is, in my view, is blue skies. There is not much in the way of clouds. I know that in the west there is dark grey clouds. So because I glimpsed that as I went back and forward opening curtains earlier. So here we are in that beautiful bright sunshine, Gilded Reverie Lenormand by Ciro Marchetti, and it's the expanded edition. Okay, as you can see here. We have the three cards this morning. They look a little higgledy-piggledy because I just laid them down. We've got the scythe, the fish, and the time. And here is our card, which is going to let us know with this reading that it is a wise old owl sat on an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we like that wise old bird? In other words, sit and listen more than you speak. Great card, absolutely great card. Now let's zoom in to get to the card large view. And let's have a look. You see, is that getting it there? Just want to put it in the right spot because that's how it shows up on it. And good morning, Shaz. You're still hanging in there, even though I'm a bit slack and late. But that's wonderful. And especially to those who are going to watch replay, I say welcome to in this early stage of the session. Okay. And here we have the fish to start with. That level of abundance that we're going to experience today, allow that flow. Be within this flow as well. Part of what is this school of fish. Or if you're not wanting to be part of a fish and out on your own, take the risk. This is about abundance. It's increasing whatever we desire in our day-to-day to bring it forward in abundance. So if it's more love you would like to experience, put that as your intention. Give it out as much as you know you will receive. All of that, and bringing that to the fore. And you're on your way. If my Anne is ready. So you're bringing Anne today. That's wonderful. I'll attempt to be ready as well. So we go swimming on a Thursday morning. It's wonderful. Pool here close by at the Fleurieu Regional Aquatic Centre. Lovely. So I'm going to feel like the fish a little later on. So be in your abundance and add more to that as well by gifting out some of it. That's how I see it anyway. So pull that into your energies in its fullness. Okay. And in our home space, we've got the scythe. We've had the scythe in the home space. Well, actually, we've had the scythe a few times through the last month, I think. Harvesting, bringing in what you've put the hard work to. So really have your hand to that handle, and trying to think of the phrase, wield it well, so that you have the expertise in whatever skills you need to bring in that harvest. So what's happening in your life right now in your home space, bring it in closer to home, I think, as far as recognizing what level of because sometimes, just trying to think of the right words, it's becoming confused, I suppose. Start to sort out what you're needing to actually harvest. What I'm getting the picture of is the leaving some, and it is part of a biblical story, I'm sure, leaving some behind for self-sowing, but for others to garner what they can. And it was to do with the being able to allow food for the poor as well. So it's got that sort of a parable, I suppose, to it, as far as what we are harvesting. Share it around as well as what we have, gift out more and more. I'm just getting that really big, great gifting energy for today for some reason. It's not exactly what we've got with the owl lesson. It is, rather than speak, listen more. So listen to your inner heart as to how much you're using as your own, for yourself from your harvest, and what you're going to share and give to others, because there is great abundance in it today. So that's what I'm getting there. And good morning, Corinna. Lovely to see you here in the real life now, live while I'm live. I must have had a weird sleep in, I can tell you. I only woke at 8 o'clock, so I'm still feeling a bit fuzzy in the head, I'm sure. In time with our work, it will clear. Give it time. Whatever you're doing, schedule, be mindful of your schedule. What does time mean to you? My eyes going to the sands of time, the little hourglass there. There's so many different devices within here that tell the time, that give us that gauge. And the sands of time, for me, it really goes back to the days when I was breastfeeding and nursing the babes, whether it was the middle of the night, any time of day, whatever it was that they were feeding, and the TV probably was on as that bit of company. And I remember many, many days where I would be listening to the sands of time going through the hourglass as The Days of Our Lives was introduced on the TV. Why that comes up now, I think it is the further along I'm growing and maturing, there is that sense of time running out, but it's not. We do have all the time that we need to for whatever we're doing. And as I'm moving more into offering assistance, help for others to write their memoirs, even writing my own, it's just that everyone has a story within them. And this is something that, for me, it's not the sands running out of time, it's allocating time, it's making time to grow that side, that business I want to move forward with. Boomer Press, the time that goes into preparing and growing businesses and all sorts of things, and doing the work for employing someone to actually do more and grow and grow. There's time for everything. It's not allowing the stress to really take over, but to allow that time to be as it needs to be. And good morning to Dee. Lovely to see you here over from the YouTube channel. Good to have you here. So don't get too stressed, even though this looks really busy and crowded and, oh gosh, which one do I choose? Just allow that to float out in time, in space, because time is only just something that we gauge, that we use as humans, really. I think the time that nature uses is the seasons. It is being present and listening and seeing what is happening around and sensing, rather than using, gadgets that do this for us. We are very stuck up in time, stuck with. We really feel that we are not going to get anywhere unless we keep an eye on it and etc. But, like this morning, I just laid in that bit longer without looking at the time. I really needed that little bit extra, obviously. I mean, I slept until 8. I didn't get out of bed until 10 past. It took me a while to wake it up. Wake up to what you've got around and about you that for you is important. The time is going to be there to do it. Listen, what is it that's going to take you that next step to be able to fit whatever you need to be fitting within your day. It doesn't have to be gauged by those devices. Feel into it and go with the flow. There is abundance in anything that you're needing to really be doing that is part of your spiritual pathway. It's going to be in abundance and at the perfect time, and being able to bring in whatever part of that harvest you need to. So that is what I'm getting from the cards this morning. As much as it seemed confused there for a little bit, it did till my brain caught up, I think. But be in that perfect sensing for yourself and the time that you're going to be putting to it. Tithes and offerings. Oh, that's a very interesting concept there. Is that what you see as being the scythe or as the fish energy there, Sandra? Be interesting to know. And good morning from Julia. Good morning. Yes, and I only just got to those because I wanted to, I was in the flow, wasn't I, with what I was speaking. And I have another person say hello to Colin, who's watching on the side at Instagram. Yeah, I had to look at the top label to see which destination that was coming from. And time management, you think, Dee? Well, it's all what it means for you, each and individually, honestly, because what we do have is, as much as there is the millions of people in this on this earth, that's how many different interpretations we'd get for every symbol that we see, for every, piece of understanding, because we are individuals. It does contribute to the overall humanity that we, the energetics of that global humanity, the way we understand things. And can you imagine that fullness of what is the complete understanding at source? Wow, amazing. All of these little moments and sharings do make a difference, and the different understandings. And a good morning from Deborah. Lovely to see you here too. I am going to go because I would say that I probably do need to go and get changed into some swimwear, ready for the swimming pool, which is great fun, a good fitness and all of that. So I love it. We'll be here again tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier. It depends on how late I go to sleep tonight and how early I wake up in the morning. All these little derivatives and variables. It makes life fun, just that adventure of it. Keep being the best you that you can be. And until then, tomorrow, we'll see you. Namaste. Oh, now I've got to remember, where's the end buttons? Bye for now.